It's Tuesday again, and you know how we do. Real talk, real life, no filters. Now here we dey talk am as e be. Every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. on the dot. Live on Global Sounds Records YouTube channel. This na Talk Am Tuesday.
Welcome to True Talk Tuesday, everybody. It's your host Nena, and this is the space where we give out the truth unfiltered and put it out raw. We're going to continue from last week's series where we said, let's be honest, culture, religion, and tradition has its negative sides. I know we all have our roots. I know we all have where we come from, and we know we are all tied down to our roots. But whether it is the pressure from getting married, or career pressure, or even just a way of life of doing things, you want to just do something different, probably embracing the Western way of doing things, we know that sometimes we are forced to keep quiet, or sometimes we are forced to conform to a norm that we probably do not want to. We probably want to do things differently, but then our culture, our tradition, even our religion would have a way of having its impact on us. So today we're going to go down into it again, continuing from last week, and see you guys in the next 2 seconds. Yes, it's True Talk Tuesday with NNENNAYA, and of course, remember our topic is Let's Be Honest. It's the Let's Be Honest series, and this episode is all about culture, tradition, and religion. And I'm saying, let's be honest, tradition, culture, and religion has its way, its negative side, has a way of impacting our lives negatively. So whether it is the pressure of marrying early, or you're trying to hide your struggles because there's an expectation from you as a man or as a woman, or probably in the name of faith, you expect to keep quiet, as a woman to keep your thoughts to yourself, or to not execute your religious belief or your goals or ambitions. Yes, we are unpacking all that stuff today. We are going to talk about it. We may not be able to go through it all, of course. This is a very, very wide topic, but of course we're going to visit it and then probably continue in subsequent episodes. Now, don't forget, you can drop your suggestions, your comments, your ideas, your feedbacks, your thoughts in the comment section. As well, you can send a message to 0203107739 on WhatsApp. I repeat, 0203107739, and we would absolutely love to hear from you. How has culture, how has tradition, how has religion impacted your life? Let's get into that talk. Yes, welcome back to True Talk Tuesday, and it's Let's Be Honest, culture, tradition, and religion has its impact. So this is going to be our first segment, and we're going to deal with culture and control. Culture and control. So let's start with culture. Culture is beautiful, right? We see even foreigners or people outside your traditions, let's say people from different states, would like to come over to see how you express your culture, how your way of life is. Like we said, culture is a way of life of people. I know that you have some people from the Western world, like they say from the UK, from America, from Russia, from wherever, coming down to Nigeria, coming down to Ghana to express the way of life, to experience the way of life of Ghanaians or Nigerians. I know Calabars have a Calabar festival. I know a lot of Nigerians would usually travel down to Calabar for the Calabar festival. I know that even our Nollywood movies are Gollywood, or is it Gollywood or Bollywood or whatever we shoot in Ghana. I know we also have our movies portraying our cultures as well. So let's talk about it. Our culture, in our language, is it our food? Is it our family bond? Is it our music? They're all second to none. They are beautiful, especially the African culture. It's so vast, it's so robust, it has a lot of things into it. It's such an amazing thing. But let's also talk about the silence that culture promotes. Now, when abuse happen in certain homes, there are times you are told, do not disgrace your family, do not speak, do not, or as a woman, when you speak up, you're wrong. You're supposed to accept the fact that you are supposed to be submissive, which means do not say anything, just keep your mouth shut and bear, especially when you've gone into marriage, or as a daughter in the family, you expect to just conform to the norm of being the assistant kitchen help or assistant kitchen supervisor or whatever, or cleaning the house, doing the chores because you're a woman. I know those days were always times when we talk about the fact that a lady can't go to school, and was all focused on the boys going to school. Now let's think about it. Culture silenced women a lot in those days. Even in the Western world, there are times about these things that we talked about that I've seen on history channels and stuff, where you talk about how culture affects women. They have to be submissive, loyal, and they're all just made to breed children and just stay in the home and the white picket fence while the man becomes the provider. Now, there's this respect culture sometimes becomes, and then it becomes a tool to silence people, especially for women and children. You are not allowed to question an elder, even when the elder is clearly wrong. God forbid that you say, excuse me sir, you're wrong in speaking. Now I'm not promoting that you should actually be insolent or stuff like that, but there are ways you can actually tell an elder, sir, you've done wrong, or sir, you said wrong. But the fact is that some culture forbids you from ever correcting an elder. It is absolutely wrong. Now let us think about it. What are your experiences, my listeners out there, my viewers out there? What are your experiences with culture? These things I'm seeing, I know they're actually solidified, and some persons have experienced it. Now, tell me in the comment section your thought about culture and its control. And let's not get started with the pressure that follows with the life and the way of life of certain people. Right? Some families expect you to fit a particular image, a particular way. Especially in Ghana and Nigeria, mostly. I don't know about, I'm not so in-depth on the Ghanaian culture, but for my Ghanaian listeners out there, please feel free to drop your comments and tell me your experiences and whatever. And if I'm wrong, kindly do correct me. I'm open to corrections. Now let me know how the pressure that comes with it, because I know in Nigeria certain times, like, you have to fit a particular family image. If you're from this particular family, you can't go in line with other family. If I'm here, you cannot interact with this. It's a taboo for an Igbo to marry a Yoruba. It's a taboo for an Hausa to marry an Igbo. It's taboo for this. So many restrictions and all that, you know. And then if you want to be creative, if you say I want to be a doctor, God forbid, or you're a woman, you're not meant to look for all those big careers. You're supposed to just stay there. IS, if you want to go and do anything, just go. Now, bear me, get me right, I'm not saying teaching is a wrong, but that's the best profession ever. I love teaching. But then let's say this, certain times they'll tell you, oh, if you want to even do anything, just look for something very simple. Go and learn nursing assistant. Go and learn something assistant, never something that you can look for your career as a woman. Certain cultures actually promote that. They don't want you to go into the big careers. The men should be the doctors, the men should be the lawyers, the men should be the engineers, the women should just be the house help. Now, please tell me in the comment sections your experiences with culture and its control. I'll be right back.
Real talk, real life, no filters. Now here we dey talk as it be. Every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. on the door. Live on Global Sounds Records YouTube channel. This na Talk Tuesday.
Okay, it's Let's Be Honest series and Talk Tuesday. Do not forget that this is True Talk Tuesday and we are giving it raw and unfiltered. Please do not filter your words and just put them as it is in the comment sections, or send a WhatsApp 0203107739. Don't worry, very soon we'll progress to a place where we actually take direct calls on the channel, and you can also like voice your opinion right on air. But right now, just drop a message on 0203107739. You can send a text message, you can WhatsApp us. I as well. But do not forget that the comment section in the live stream is also open to put your comments there. I will definitely visit the comment section. Now we're talking about culture and its control. Culture and its control. Let's take a breath and let's be honest. Not every culture is worth preserving. Do you agree with me? Let's be super honest. Not every culture is worth preserving. Do you agree with me? Do you oppose? Do you have your backings to what you think? Me, I'm just saying that there are a lot of restrictions that come with culture. That is why I'm saying not every culture is worth preserving. So you let me know in the comment section. Having said that, we're going to go into segment 2, which is religion and shame. Don't worry, we'll be right back.
You are my everything. The air that I breathe, you that I need. You are my everything. The air that I breathe, you that I need. Hold up, 'cause anytime that I see your face, I'm shining close up. Anyhow way you like make it be, I go date you non-stop, non-stop. And I'm a Susan or you go, Eje go mobodo you go. I what a malumanu, what a killing the boys them.
Yeah, welcome back to True Talk Tuesday, where we talk unfiltered, where we talk without any mede jaga taka. We talk raw. There is no mincing of words here. We say it as it is on True Talk Tuesday, and I'm your host Nenna. If you're just joining us, the number to drop your comment and suggestion to is 0203107739, 0203107739, and of course, please, the live chat is open for you to drop your comment on the live chat. If you're streaming on Facebook or streaming on YouTube, just drop your comment on the live chat, and of course I will get to it. If I do not get to your comment probably in this session, in the next episode I will. Do not forget to drop your comments, your suggestions, and please say it as it is. We know they pay for you. Talk come as it be. All right, having said that, we talked about culture and its control for those who are just joining us, and now we are going into religion and shame. Religion and shame. Now, this one is very, very deep. It hits deep for me from how I was brought up. I'm not saying I had a bad experience now. It was good growing up, but then there are also the other side of it that we sometimes do not talk about. So this is not about me. This is just me talking about stuff in general. We can go into the one-on-ones later as we progress into this episode. Like I said, it's a very robust topic. It's very deep. So we'll go into those times when we'll have silent discussions. I also have guests on air to talk about the same thing and their experiences. I'm going to invite someone like, well, I think I'll invite the Kinjide. I'll probably invite Betty. She also has an experience. I also invite I have some people I feel like they would really make an impact when they share their story with you. I also invite Rebecca. So these are my people, and I know that when they give their feedback, it's going to be super amazing. I'll have them on show. Probably I'll even have 3 of them on show at the same time, because then they have various cultures and impressions, because one is Ghanaian, one is Nigerian, and Rebecca is Ghanaian Nigerian because she's a combination. Anyways, so moving on, let's talk about religion and shame. Now, religion is powerful. It has healed people. It has comforted. It has guided people. But it has also used shame and control and guilt on people. Let's face the honest truth. And many persons have made certain mistakes because of religion, and in the bid to avoid the shame that comes with it. Let's think about it. Just take a few seconds to think about it.
Joro me, I want you to love me. Joro me, baby. Joro me, joro. Kilo de.
Now, we're talking about religion and shame. Have you ever been told that you need to pray your depression away? You are feeling depressed, you are feeling very low, and they tell you to go and pray. My brother, pray. My sister, you need to pray. Go and pray through with God. And trust me, there is nothing that beats communication with God. A one-on-one with God is the best experience. I am not denying that fact. but also sometimes it helps to share. But you see, there are certain religions, a certain way of life being in church, or an ideology that is brought up in church. Or let me just put it, a church doctrine, because it's not really the Bible's doctrine. Some church has its rules and its doctrines, and they will say, go and pray through, go and you're having those thoughts you're having, those intents you're having, it's because your way is not right with God. Go and pray, go and repent, and then you will pray and repent every day, asking God for forgiveness. And the Bible says that, like, we should come to him, and when we come and we confess our truth, he's willing and able to forgive us and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. He didn't say we have to, like, open our skin and pour out our blood. Our God is a loving Father, and when we come to him, he's willing to forgive and cleanse. That is what the scripture says. Now, having said that, some persons will tell you, go and pray a registration, or they'll tell you, if you're suffering, you've not fasted enough, or you've not given enough tithes, or you've not paid enough offering, or you've not given your first fruits, or you've not don't get me wrong, these things are very, very salient things to do. But then let's also be very realistic about things. Like I said, it's True Talk Tuesday, where we talk true and raw. Let's be very realistic about certain things. Faith, the Bible says, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Faith is that you are having that belief that this thing that hasn't come to me is going to come regardless, and whatever I have to do, I'm going to do, because the Bible also says faith without works is dead. So you actually have to put in the work for you to have that. But having said that, there's a level to which these things are always, like, probably in my personal opinion, misinterpreted or miscommunicated, and then some wrong choices are made going there on. Now we will get into this as we go along this topic. Like I said, for this True Talk session, let's be honest, this is a very vast topic, and we're going to take it bit by bit. Now, this is a general run through. Then we'll start taking it experiences by experiences as we go along.
It's Tuesday again, and you know how we do. Real talk, real life, no filters. Now here we dey talk as it be. Every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. on the dot. Live on Global Sounds Records YouTube channel. This na Talk Tuesday.
Yes, it's True Talk Tuesday, Talk True Tuesday, as I do say. And here we give it raw and unfiltered. If you're just joining us, it's the Let's Be Honest series, which we began 2 weeks ago, I guess. And we talked about last week culture and its impact. And now we're taking it deep. We're expanding into the true meanings, which is culture, tradition, and religion. We did culture and control, and now we are doing religion and shame. I know. If you did miss the episode, you can actually, at the end of the live stream, go back and watch the full information. Please don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section. The live chat is open. Please drop your chat there. I will get to it. Probably in the next episode, I'll probably pin your chat at the top of my screen and respond to anything you've said. As well, if you're not able to put a comment on live chat, you can send a message to us on WhatsApp 0203107739, 0203107739. You can as well send text messages, and of course we will get to it, respond to it. I really want to hear from you, my viewers, my audience, my followers out there. Give me your honest truth about these things. I know we have people who have their stations open and they talk about their experiences and how negative it is. I'm now here. I want this to be a safe space for everyone to just speak your mind. And if you want to be anonymous, very, very simple. Send your message and put there anonymous. And of course, I'll give your feedback anonymously. Now, having said that, we see it in how religion actually affects people and how it kind of like brings shame. Talk about being a single in a church. And then, this sister has not gotten married. This brother this sister is almost clocking 30. This sister is almost 35. This brother is almost 50. And he has not gotten married. There's a shame and a stigma, especially if you're probably like an active member in church, and then the people's opinion is, by this time, this person, and we have seen her in the next 2 years, that this brother will take her. And then the brother did not take her. 30 year, 40 year, 50 year. Persons will start talk some idle talks that comes from idle minds that the devil has walked inside, will start speaking certain things that are unnecessary. Now, having said that, we see it in how single mothers are treated as well. It's a taboo for you to have a child outside marriage, and the moment a woman says, I have a child outside marriage, the church, she's pregnant, the stories will fly. These things I've seen in in the Christendom. I really do not know about the other religions outside Christianity, but believe you me, this is about religion. So if you know that your religion also has its feedback, you're free to open. Like I said, it's two touches. You're not just limited to only Christians. It's open for all. So you can drop your comment. If you're not a, if you're a moralist, I pray you find Jesus. But if you're also a moralist, you can also drop your comment. Having said that, we see how people actually victimize rape people. If you're a rape victim, God forbid that you speak out that I was raped. Hey, she's no longer a virgin. No, they forget the trauma you went through and focus on the fact that you have lost that thing you lost that is really heavy to you. Forget it. Maybe you're not a virgin, and then somebody has a rape experience, regardless virgin or not. And then there's a stigma that comes with it. It's so sad. Sometimes we turn to our spiritual leaders, and they, rather than them giving encouragement, they become even the things that trigger much more trauma. Let's face it, it happens. It takes certain kind of spiritual leaders with deep mindset and understanding, with maturity both in life and maturity in what the Bible actually preaches. They are not babies in God that would really hear these things and give you silent advice that they need to give you without making you feel ashamed. I believe that the Christendom should be a safe space for everyone. Your pastor should be a safe space for you. Your youth leader should be a safe space for you. Probably your drama director or something, a leader you look up to in church should be a safe space for you that you can turn to and speak your mind or speak your experiences to. But this is many people are scared of saying things to their leaders because of the fear of being exposed to the crowd. We'll get back to this.
Want you all the way. See, I promise no use to play. Baby, love you one night and then, baby. Nah. Gonna you give me goosebumps, baby. Gonna you this with my body. Gonna you give me joy. Now only you go cut my money. So when you call me, I'm available. If you want me, I'm available.
Yes, it's True Talk Tuesday with your host NNENNAYA, and of course we're talking about the tradition and religion and culture and the shame or the reproach or the bad effects of it. Anyways, it's Let's Be Honest series, and this Let's Be Honest session is tradition, culture, religion has its bad side. Tradition, culture, and religion has its bad side. Now, having said that, we talked about culture and control. We're dealing with religion and shame, and talking about religion and shame, sometimes we turn spiritual warfare into like emotional damage. Oh, I don't know if I'm making sense. Example is you're having like some certain life experiences, right? You probably made a bad decision and it's having its result. Let's say you bad investment, and then they say, hey, your village people have come against you. Yes, we agree that sometimes the Bible talks about certain things that some of the things that happen in physical have already occurred in the spiritual. I agree with that totally. See, believe me, I love the Bible, I love its teaching, but I always go by what the scripture actually says to me, not just what someone tells me. Now, having said that, we always know that to every action there is a reaction. To every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Also, when you take an action, there are consequences to those actions, and sometimes religion has sometimes blinded some persons to see that the result that of what's going on in their life, the outcome of their life currently, probably they're not doing so well anymore, sometimes contains to bad decisions they made, probably due to their stubbornness or the negligence. Forgive me for saying them. I'm going to use very salient example. Say a mother loses her child because she was negligent. She spent her time on the phone or watching a K-drama or watching Nollywood or watching this thing, and this child was roaming around the house unsupervised. And the child now does something or probably ingests something that causes harm to the child, and the child loses their life. God forbid. Now they will say, oh, your village people attack you. Go and pray. Go and pay $10,000. Go and do this. The fact is this. The salient truth is that sometimes we let religion blind us to the fact that your poor decision, your negligence cost someone's life. And that's the honest truth. Now, having said that, my honest truth is that there's always the good side to religion. There's also the bad side. And the Bible says we should be moderate in all things. Sometimes overdoing things, they help anybody. Honestly, but that not be sometimes. Constant overdoing, they help anybody. We do not overdo in our belief. Neither do we overdo in our way of life. So, question to you is, when did we start choosing to compensate through life experiences with religion? That's my honest truth. When did we start choosing tradition over compassion? When did we start choosing religion over being human? When did they say that you cannot be a Christian and empathize? When did they say you cannot be a Christian and be human? When did all that start? We'll get on our next session.
I know you fell in love, but nobody got you. When I got to your body, I tell the lie with the money, I tell the lie with the money, runs to know how with the love. Coach out with the balling, what you know, motto with the sauce. My girl, coke battle with the body, coke battle with the body, to with the body, you go kill somebody.
Okay, it's True Talk Tuesday with your host NNENNAYA. And of course, it's the Let's Be Honest series. And today's Let's Be Honest, in fact, this month's Let's Be Honest situation topic is tradition, culture, and religion has its bad side. We talked about culture and control. We talked about religion and shame. Now I'm going to go into tradition that kills dreams. Traditions that kills dreams. Now, let's talk about tradition. And that's that simply don't belong in this century mentality. Right? A girl is told she must marry before she's 30. A man is told that he must be a provider at all costs, even if he has to go and steal, take up a gun, go and rob a bank, go and do what is wrong, go and join a cult. Even if he is depressed and broke, he is told that he must provide at all costs. What about child marriages in certain rural areas still happening even in 2025, where a child of 13, a child of just a young teenager, all because she has seen her first flow, then she's considered woman enough to be married off to a man, a kid who has no idea what's going on, who is beginning to understand the changes occurring in her body, married off to someone who doesn't even know how to train her or teach her, and takes away that innocence from her for no reason. Now, the belief that infertility in a woman is the woman's fault, or infertility is the woman's fault, is also occurring. There are many traditions, many homes that if they do not have a child, hey, the woman, what did she do? Hey, she's barren. Oh, she's this. And her people, blah, blah, blah. Forgetting that it could be a two-way thing. It could be that also the man has his issues. Or it could as well be that they are both good, but it's just not coming. The child it's not working. Tradition. It's a taboo to do this. It's a taboo to do that. These things. Please do not forget the comment section is open. Drop your comments, drop your suggestions, drop your experiences, drop your feedback as well. Text or WhatsApp 0203107739, 0203107739. Now, one of the most damaging tradition is the idea that suffering builds character. That is one of the most damaging tradition. You have to suffer to be strong. It makes no sense. You have to live in penury first for you to understand what money means. It makes no sense. This is a damaging thought in tradition that I hope changes as we go along with time. Having said that, we are going to go into real life reflection in a very few minutes, but we'll just take a short break.
It's Tuesday again, and you know how we do. Real talk, real life, no filters. Now here we dey talk as it be. Every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. on the dot. Live on Global Sounds Records YouTube channel. This na Talk Tuesday.
Okay, it's Talk Tuesday, True Talk Tuesday, where we talk about things on real, unfiltered, no hold back, no setbacks, no withdrawal. Now, we talked about tradition and it's we talked about tradition and also it's that's father tradition kills dream. We talked about culture and its control. We talked about religion and its shame. Now I'm dealing with real life reflection here. Let me share something personal, right? I used to believe that questioning anything in church or at home meant rebellion. I used to believe that I have no right to speak up about anything. I'm one who tends to speak up sometimes when I feel like there's injustice. But then it was considered rebellion. But questioning is how we actually grow. We learn. If we do not ask questions, we do not get answers, and then we do not learn. It is how we unlearn traumas and choose better for ourselves and our kids, our siblings, for our careers, for our life decisions. Questioning, asking questions actually help. Not being insolent, but asking silent questions helps deal with certain things. Now, a friend of mine once told me she almost gave up her career in her dream of becoming a fashion designer. Why? Because her pastor said it is vanity. Oh, you don't do that. It's the way of the world. No, cannot be a fashion designer. Oh, today she owns a fashion house in Lagos, and the fashion house in Lagos is doing superb. Like her outfits are just top notch. The things she does, when you tell her your dream, your idea, she puts it together. It's super amazing. Now, if she had given up on that dream, then there will be no fashion house existing in Lagos that people will follow book. This takes me back something that was I think I learned. It wasn't in the studio here or at church. It was said that, I think it was Pastor Femi who said that on a session last 2 Sundays, that certain persons you need to fulfill your own dream to help other people's dream come to pass, because you are certain person's own means of execution. So if you do not achieve your dream, you did not make that, if you not, like you said, if Thomas Edison did not produce lights, we will not even know what to do with. We won't have any need to use electric, whatever. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense here. Probably if the woman who thought about creating electric kettle did not do that, we stuck to using charcoal and trying to figure out how to boil water. Certain ideas actually bettered other ideas. If your idea was never bettered, then other person's idea would never be bet to as well. If your dream, if what you thought of doing never came to pass, it would have prevented other things from happening. If Pastor Deboy did not choose to become a pastor, many pastors do not have become pastor. That was what Pastor Femi said that day. If my man did not choose to marry, I won't be alive. I won't be better today. So if you do not make certain decisions, it will prevent other dreams from actually occurring. Do not forget that lives are linked. This life is like a chain. And every action creates another reaction and another action. So whatever I can do, whatever you do, goes on to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. Now, have you ever tried hard to fight against tradition to save your peace? Have you ever tried to say, I don't like this. This doesn't feel right. It doesn't make sense. This feels so archaic. It feels so old. Have you ever tried that to save your peace? Please don't forget the comment sections are open. And before I forget, this is Global Sounds Record Studio, where everything happens when it comes to your marketing, your podcast, when it comes to your digital works, when it comes to your music production. Global Sounds has you covered. Do not forget to call 0203107739. Don't forget to reach out to us on 0533462367. As well, we are available to help you for any of your digital marketing or digital needs. If you also need a website developer or an SEO analyst, Global Sounds has you covered. Now, having said that, we are moving on to our discussion. And before we move away from this segment, my question to you is this. My point to you is this. You're not a bad person for choosing your sanity over approval. Somebody will say, I choose my peace. You're not bad to choose your peace over the world's approval. We'll be right back.
You just dey show money, oh. You follow Gucci, oh, all I go. I tell you no free. Them tell you no, yeah. Your mother tell you no free. I warn you know, yeah. For these streets where we dey, nobody know they play. I got cover your way, one delay. When the time is right, my brother, yeah. Oh, tell the person, oh, them know they tell the person. When your eyes go down, tell the person, oh, you know they tell the person.
Yes, Yes, it's True Talk Tuesday with your host NNENNAYA and Global Sound Record Studio. Global Sound Record Studio is actually located at Nanakum, just behind the Nanakum Melcom. It's not difficult to locate. If you're coming with your car or you're trying to use an Uber, just search for Global Sounds Record GH. You'll see it online and directions will be brought to you here. Now, it's Let's Be Honest series, and we're saying that culture, tradition, and religion has its bad sides, and that's just the honest truth. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment sections. Don't forget to actually hit us up on WhatsApp 0203107739. I repeat, 0203107739 is the number, and we'll get to your comments and suggestions. As well, I promise that I would invite certain guests to our studio to actually talk about this in depth from their various perspectives, from the various cultures, as Nigerians, as Yoruba, as Nigerian, as Igbo, as Ghanaian, as Ewe, as Ghanaian, as Ghanaian, as the various tribes we have. We'll deal with these things, culture by culture, locations by locations, religion by religion, experiences by experiences, so that we all know that we're not alone in what we deal with. But then these persons have also found a way to move beyond this situation, so they also tell us what they did. Now, what can we do regarding this? We honor our culture, yes, but we should not be afraid to walk away from the harmful part of it. We can choose news, we can choose values, we can choose things like consent, we can choose mental health, we can choose freedom, we can choose partnership over patriarchy. We do not need a patriarch, we need partnership support. We can be the generation that breaks cycles where while we are still holding on to the beauty of our roots. We can keep the beauty of our cultures, our dance, our way of marriage, our way of speaking, our way of greeting. We can keep those beautiful things, our food, our language. We can keep the beauty of culture while also breaking the circles that holds us back, those generational things that are so ancient, like a cake, that it does not give productivity or good. Now, imagine a world where tradition means protection, not pain. Imagine a world where religion means grace, not guilt. Imagine a world where culture means beauty. Just imagine that. We'll be right back.
Ojo mi biti siga, oh baby me my buga. No, I'm not your nigga. Oh baby shiga. Life is short like Nika. Oh honey le jika. Make we go into my car. Baby get jeka jiga. Come by with it.
Yes, it's True Talk Tuesday, and it's been a wonderful time in the session today. Please look out for our subsequent sessions based on today's topic. Religion, culture, and tradition has its bad side. It's going to be super amazing in the coming weeks, where we're going to talk about this in depth. But here's my takeaway to you. Here's what I want you to actually go home with tonight. You are allowed to evolve. You're allowed to go. You're allowed to question. You're allowed to heal. You do not have to inherit everything your culture hands to you. You get to choose which legacy you pass down to your children, and we get to create our own legacies. We get to create our own legacies. You do not have to stick to the old way, the mundane way of doing things. Having said that, if you're unlearning, I pray you find the strength to unlearn. If you're learning new things, I pray you find the strength to execute these new things you've learned. And if you're trying to create legacy, I pray that you find the boldness to do so. Thank you for tuning in to True Talk Tuesday. If this touched you in any way, please don't forget to reach out to us. And if you'd like to have like counseling or one-on-one, of course, we have some counselors in-house that will be available to counsel you. We have certain ministers and pastors. We also have, if you do not want to speak to a religious person, we also have career persons who you can speak to, and will be able to guide you and also listen to you. Don't forget, True Talk Tuesday. True Talk Tuesday is a safe space, and if you want to reach out to me, you're free to reach out to me on 0533462367, 0533462367. And of course, don't forget that everything shared, if you want to stay anonymous, will always be anonymous. Thank you so much for being with me in this few minutes. I hope we've had a lovely session, and I cannot wait to see us next week with the super amazing things to do. Big shout out to Global Sounds Records, and big shout out to all my listeners out there. Stay blessed. Get me.